What is going on, you dead set legends? Welcome to the Ready Bang, the number one arm wrestling interactive podcast in the world. I'm your host, the Aussie Arm Wrestler, and of course I am your 2019 Melbourne Cup left arm. I did a 95 kilo third place amateur, the most sought after trophy in the arm wrestling world. This trophy is that good. It is mentioned on a limited edition trading card. That's how good it is. And hopefully very soon I'll work out the terms and conditions for the raffle. But what is going on, everyone in the chat? Wasn't sure if I was going to go live today, but I just thought so much to talk about, so much to be up and about for. Yeah, it is brilliant. So if you're in the chat, you know what to do. Hit that like button, give us a ready bang, and I'll say hi to you guys in a moment, because I was sitting there having a think of King of the Table 6, and I thought Levan's come out and he's still, whether you like it or not, the king of arm wrestling. He was 4-0 up, got on the oxygen tanks, couldn't compete. And so technically it's 4-2 after Hermes Gasparini shocked the world. And then, of course, Denis Cyplenkov, when he gave John Brasink the old head tilt of doom. You know, when he holds someone in the middle of the table, then goes, then you know you're in all sorts of trouble. You may as well just to apologize to him for even jumping on the table. But how are you all going in the chat? Hope you enjoyed my 5 things you didn't know about King of the Table. I love giving everyone as much behind-the-scenes footage. I'm going to go through my phone and everything like that. Go through all that to see. As everyone is saying hi. I'm going to get in the comments in a moment. Yeah, see what videos are happening, and see if I can just release just some fun behind-the-scenes footage. I gave some for my members, which I'll give some more if I can. But let's see who is in the chat. Joe Kai is like, bring back the old school. Joshy Barker's in the chat. Should I stay or should I go? Joshy, I'm about to do an order for Aussie Arm Wrestler shirts for here in Australia. So make sure you hit me up. Mike Tyson's in the chat. Says, I freaking love arm wrestling, man. This should be in the Olympics and strongman competition. Too many steroids, Mike Tyson. That's why we're not in the Olympics. Levan will never pull anything beyond best of 5 again. I have to disagree with you, defends. He loves King of the Table. He thinks it's the pinnacle of arm wrestling. So he thinks it's the premier. It's the one. So he will be at King of the Table again. What's happened is he's kind of woken up and he's like, shit, need to drop some weight. Need to work on my endurance. So who else is in the chat? Let's quickly say hi. Gospondon Nikai says, hello, guys. What's up? Not my monkeys, not my circus, always hanging about. Love that guy. Says, hail Aussie, hail the chat, hail the suspects. Hooray! Bang, says D-Fans. Hey, Jake, nice to see you, man. Nice to see you as well. Sup, Oz said, yep, ultralight fishing. Let's go. Fatul, all the way from New Zealand, says, already whoopang in New Zealand, cousin here. What's up, my man? Hope you are doing well. And hopefully the dates work out, which I've got to go back and check. And hopefully I'll be in New Zealand later on in the year. The OG in the house. Ready, bang. I need to go through my list of members so I can keep putting you back up on the screen. The thing is, when people cancel or their free memberships run out, I've got to go back and check all the time. And with over 350 members, it does take a lot of time. So hopefully I'll do that later on today. So the next time I go live or do a video, I can just play all of the awesome members. Scott Gonzalez in the chat. What's up, Aussie? Best arm wrestling channel. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that, guys. If you can, we got 48 people in the chat. If you just quickly hop out of the live chat and hit the like button, please. Let's build this together. Let's build this together. Fish Lip in the house. Ready, bang. Joe Nordman. What's up, Joe? How are you, buddy? Hope all is well. My man Benny from Western Kentucky says, what a war for Erdemes. I would love to see Dennis and Erdemes soon, like 3 months soon. Think it'll happen, Jake? No. Erdemes is very, very sore. He's very, very knackered, and he's going to have some time out. Tall Paul Hutchins is in the chat. He says, the joke. Howdy, partner. Ready, bang. I'm buckled in for another great live by the legend himself, the Aussie arm wrestler. Good on you, Tall Paul. Absolutely appreciated. Drunk Eddie is hanging about. Ready, bang. How's it going, mate? I'm going pretty good. Awesome. Josh, yeah, send me a DM. What else have we got? Did Dennis and Hermes after pull behind the scenes? No, they before pulled. So you'll see my video. You've seen my video. You saw a little grip up on Matt Rhodes' channel. And then Hermes was like, no, I'm pull. And they gave a little bit of a nudge to each other. So when it comes to the after pulls, guys, and you can tell the Aussie arm wrestler said this. I mean, you saw the way Levan and Hermes went at it. There was no way they're after pulling anybody. They were genuinely shitbag knackered. Done. Right. So from there, they're knackered, so they're not after pulling anyone. 2, these elite guys will only, if they're up to it, after pull behind closed doors. Because what happens is we all film, then we all dissect it, and it can ruin reputations. I mean, Alex Kadech is a top puller, and we showed a little bit of after pull with him and Dennis. Now, what people didn't know is Alex wasn't allowed to hit off the go. Alex wasn't allowed to go that, you know what I mean? It's just slow start, let's hold in the middle, and then Dennis took Alex. And then suddenly, Alex Kadech becomes a garbage arm wrestler when he's one of the best. So it's things like that. I know a lot of the elites just hate when people take what they say and put it out of context, you know, just for views on their channel. I do, like, I'll see a clip, you know, and I'm like, oh my God, he said that, but I try and make it the exact context that they say it in. So if they're joking, I'm like, yeah, I know he's joking, things like that, but let's talk about it, because all my videos are discussions. And the likes of John, Dennis, and Levan have said, you know, we really appreciate your channel, which goes there. But when it comes to like after pull, there was no after pulls. And, you know, look at the last East versus West. No elites are doing it. You get the odd couple, like Zurab just froths it. Coach Ray and Pavlo pulled the next day. So go to Coach Ray's channel. You'll even see the Aussie arm wrestler pull. I'm putting some pulling footage on of when did I whoop everyone in Dubai, or did everyone in Dubai whoop me? I've got to check out the footage. But yeah, so we'll go from there. DG USA in the chat, he says, I'll also take that bet. They will change the rule first to 4 wins. I'll take that bet that they won't. I'll take that bet that it'll always be 6-round super match series. I'll take that bet. Jerry versus Dennis. Skyarm is in there in the chat. Ermi said he didn't pull with Dennis. Would be nice if you could clear things up. So they gripped up and gave a little nudge. There wasn't like a big full back and forth. There was just a little grip up. Ermi's went on the show and said they gripped up and they touched, and you know, and Ermi's was like, ooh, his hand's very, very difficult. Yeah, they didn't go to town and things like that. But just seeing them both on the table, and then Ermi's going on an interview with me and saying that Dennis's hand is very difficult. Oh, where we? Who wouldn't want to see that match? Who wouldn't want to see that match? Dan John's in there. Says, ready, bang, you legends. The medal. 365 says, glad I finally caught you live. Ready, bang. Q reckons that Dennis gradually returns to his prime form. He could do. The tipster in the chat. Hello, Aussie. Devin and Dennis will be one of the most highly anticipated matches ever. It certainly got a lot of potential. No, there was no they weren't really, they gave a little bit of a nudge. I think maybe a little bit of back pressure. They both went to see if they could top roll, but I'm not going to say too much about it in case. Oh, focus. Why isn't my camera focusing? Hello. Let's get that focus. There we get that focus back. So, what else have we got? Thank you very much to Metal365 says, proud of you, Aussie, for making it out there and doing great at King of the Table once again. So great to see you being successful and seeing your dream come to life. Thank you very much, my man, Marcus Thompson. Solanche. Hey, now that Marcus is in the chat, guys, live tomorrow is the Alpha Room. Check this out. So what Marcus and the team are doing over at Arm Gods is some of the elites all getting together, and they're putting out videos that you can hire and stream and things like that. So, but it's not just going to be arm wrestling. They're going to have strongman, and they're looking at athletics and things like that. So plenty of different videos. And then, of course, I have to put my man Uncle John's video, who'll be launching tomorrow, the javelin, how to do the javelin. Uncle John's going to have a lot of content on there. I'm going to make a video, my top 5 tips of starting an arm wrestling YouTube channel, because I love what Marcus, Arm Gods, and everything's doing there. So the Alpha Room is going to be epic. So make sure you get over there and make it happen. And this weekend, they've got their, is it on their website? I'll leave that up there. Let's go to the Arm Gods website, because they've got their Super Series coming up. And I'll screen share that. Let's go to the events page. There's so much happening on the Arm Gods channel. Super Series. I'm just clicking there. Brilliant. So you've got the Alpha Room that is live tomorrow. And then this weekend, you got the Arm Gods Super Series. It's happening in Wales. So you can try and get yourself a part of the Super Series, but it's all there ready to go. So it's 11 p.m. my time. That's in my time, but it's 12 noon over there in Wales. So make sure you become a member. What does that button do? Nope, doesn't do anything. But yeah, Arm God Super Series live in Wales. Depending on how my weekend is going, I might even not so much do a live commentary, but I'll certainly be watching it. That's for sure. Make sure you get over there and support Marcus Thompson, who supports everyone. No one won. Arm wrestling won. They didn't. They just gripped up. They gripped up and gave a little nudge. There was no big, massive pulling. What else have we got? He's trying really hard. Not my monkeys, not my circus. He's trying really hard to do there. Doing there. Ready? Whoa. I've missed a lot of comments. Let me go back up. Got to say hi to everyone first. Before we start talking about some potential matchups for Denis Cyplenkov and Levan Saginashvili, before they hopefully collide together. Hopefully that's the end goal. That's the final boss for what Denis is doing, because he did look incredible. Denis was being very respectful on the table. After round 1, Denis knew he'd got the match, but he was allowing, he was going, just holding in middle, seeing if he could get to his lanes, because you remember it was Denis's first match. Wasn't so much he was playing with his food, but he was just holding him and testing out all of Denis's lanes before he hit him. Because remember, there was a surge, and John got a bit of a stop, surge again, and it was all over. Who else? Make sure I say hi to everyone. What are the chances of Denis and Hermes to pull in the near future? 0 chance. 0 chance. 0 chance. Laser XR is like, what is your thoughts on Morozov and Levan? So they've come to an agreement, is my understanding, for East versus West later on in the year. We'll get to some potential matchups, and we'll definitely be talking about that one, because that is a huge potential matchup. Ready, bang. Levan had to win all 6 for State King. So for my understanding, if you bet on Hermes, you won on State Kings. What else? Okay, people are all saying g'day to each other. Alrighty, so if we start with, I've got a little bit of a list here. If we start with Denis Cyplenkov, I think a really good potential matchup, probably because it's got a bit of story on it. You got to remember, we had John and Dennis ages ago. But one of Dennis's potential matchups I would love to see is Dave Chaffee. Remember, Dave has a win over Dennis. Dennis has wins over Dave. I think Dennis beat Dave at A1 Russian, and Dave beat Dennis, I think it was at Zloty, or an potential arm fight. Yeah, because it was a tournament, and Dave ended up winning the finals on fouls, but was able to hold him. Spermies has jumped in, said, ready, bang. So I would love to see one of my potential matchups for Denis Cyplenkov would be Dave Chaffee. I think just because of the history, the lineage, the story about it. Dave is all just about power, and it'll be a really good gauge to see where Denis Cyplenkov power is. And Dave Chaffee is almost becoming like the gatekeeper of potential matchups. So, yeah, I would like it. Hook battle in the middle to see if Dennis has a hook. He just has that back pressure, can go into a King's move. What do you guys think about my first potential matchup for the man himself that is Dave Chaffee, Denis Cyplenkov? That's one of my first potential matchups. And some of these names will repeat for Levan potential matchups. And obviously, as I go through it, drop your potential matchups, guys. Drop your potential matchups. Now, this was one of the hot topics. Where did that question go? GB19. This was one of the hot topics. Do you think Dennis should have a match in between before Devon? It's a really good one, because what's happening now with all these awesome promotions, you've got the top tier, which is, you've got East versus West and King of the table. They're ahead of the pack, in my opinion. Then you've got Arm Wars and Monster Factory and Arm God. They're the next tier. Then you've got and then you've got like We the North coming out and all these other amazing places, whether they're just their own events or starting to do their suit matches, or some people are trying to start their own. There's so much potential. So it's a risk. So if you've booked Devon versus Dennis, if you've got that match, whatever platform you have, it's very hard, because say if you book Dennis versus someone and Dennis loses, it sucks the wind out of it and can cost you potential revenue, potential hype, and it can cost your promotion potential money. Remember, everyone was excited about John versus Dennis, right? Then, in the same night, John, was that the same night, or was that two different East versus West? Either way, we see Dennis after pull with Alex, and John loses to Irakli. I think they were two different after pulls, two different East versus West. But either way, it's like, well, if John can't even beat Irakli, then he's not going to beat Dennis. And it kind of sucked the wind out of it. So I think it's more, if we know that Dennis is going to crush someone, absolutely give him another ring rust out of there. Is Dave Chaffee the test your strength match? I think he could be, Fishlip. There we go. Yo, guys, said school ladyboys. Rob thinks Dave is the gatekeeper for Levan. Did I say hi to you, Roy? Did I say hi? If I didn't, we'll do it again. Ready, bang. Okay, what else is... you should suggest to King of the Table to book matches sooner so they can promote it longer. Best pay-per-views take time to build up. I see there being conflicts with Engen, though, as he tries to book all of them. And that's hard as well. And King of the Table try and be respectful, because if you see King of the Table did not promote anything before East versus West, and then once East versus West finished, they were promoting all their things. So I think sometimes, if you are working together, if you believe that you love all of arm wrestling, you should hold off on promoting or giving updates about your event. That's if you're working together. If you're not, knock yourself out. But yeah, so King of the Table, yeah, they try and get matches. They do really well. It's yeah, this is what I mean. We're building great, but I can see contracts coming in soon. Whether it's you only pull for our company, or if you're pulling for us, you can't have a match 8 weeks beforehand. I think that's what will happen. Oscar, I think King of the Table are being probably too respectful, where now, because it's hard, because it's like you're building up. Buy the East versus West pay-per-view, buy the East versus West pay-per-view. Now, if you've got beforehand, buy the King of the Table pay-per-view, because it's not run the same. Engen pays Core Sports to stream it, and that's it. All the bookings and everything is done by Engen, where Core Sports is a part of King of the Table. So, yes, they stream it, but it's also Core Sports, Larry, and Matt Rhodes that decide King of the Table. So, yeah, it is difficult. What else? What else are some of the matches? Someone's already guessed one of mine. My next one, I'm not counting anyone that has injuries. Armband Chadex states a contingent on the favourites to win the first round. The remaining two are irrelevant as the match has been decided. Yes, that was for the John match. John only had to win in the first 4 because we all know Dennis loves to give around. Levan had to win all 6. My recommendations, gamble responsibly. Read the fine print. Gamble responsibly. 81 watching, only 40 likes. Come on, guys. Can we really help me out? I'll stop for a minute. We've got 43 likes, 87 people watching. Just quickly hop out of the live stream, hit that like button, jump back in. Let's build this. Let's build this, guys. Benji Max in the house. He's like, whoa, made it. And everyone's OG Baller. So, whoa, hey, how you going, buddy? What else have we got? Roy, with Armbet, in all due respect, that's your own thing. Jake, I have an issue with the refereeing in the 5th round of Hermes versus Levan. Hermes was robbed a pin by the rules that make 0 sense. I was robbed as a paying customer. I don't think you were robbed, because we don't know if Hermes could have got a pin. It was likely, but we just don't know. Remember before King of the Table, Hermes had 0 chance. Everyone was like, I'm not buying King of the Table because it's a 6-0. What had happened was they went through the rule book. Levan, can you come back to the table? No. 1 foul. Can you come back to the table? No. 2 fouls, winner. Or 3 fouls, winner. 4-1. Can you come back to the table? No. Foul. And repeat. 4-2. Match is over. So, I don't think we were robbed. If you physically can't come to the table, Levan was... You've got to understand, these athletes give us all. He was pale. He couldn't even stand up. He struggled to stand up. And he sat down there for a little while when the event finished. And then he sat outside for ages. And the athletes were there. It's like you watch a movie and it ends on a cliffhanger. Or you watch a TV show and it's the end of season 1 and it ends on a cliffhanger and you're like, yeah, I don't think anyone was robbed as a paying customer. You got someone stopping Levan. And I think that was amazing. Hopefully that clears things up. Roy, my man. All right, who else is in the chat? Zabi's in the chat. Tony Farina. Ready, bang. Ready, bang. Thank you very much, Zabi. Mimosa in the chat. There will be, hopefully in the next few days. My man. There will be. What else have we got? King of the Table will move to the US now with Larry moving back there? Probably not. They'll have one there. They'll definitely test it there. I don't think it'll move there. I think they might have one. Or they might alternate, but I think Dubai, the space is the home of King of the Table. Hello, Nismo. What up? No, we don't know. Defend. You can scream all you want, but we just don't know. What else have we got? Just quickly say anything before I get to some more potential matchups. Thanks very much for joining me. The next two for Denis, I would love to see Denis pull Vitaly Laletin and Rivas Lutudze because they're both just such different pullers. We know Rivas has a big flop wrist press, and Rivas can get in there, and we know Vitaly's a big, giant top roller. So I think they're two amazing potential matchups to get a full range of if Denis can hold, one, people that are taller and bigger than him, and two, can he hold that or stop that big top roll or that big flop press? How can he control, contain, hold in the middle of the table and just give the head nod of doom? Whoosh, like that. So I think those two are mega potential matchups, and I really do enjoy it. Oh, excuse me. So I think those two could just be. I see a lot of potential in those matchups for sure, and I would thoroughly enjoy it. Watching Denis Cyplenkov live is something else. I absolutely loved it. Marcus reckons we should get some bands on him, a bit of handicap. I say no, because like everyone was saying, super heavyweight needs to be a weight cap or they need a cap, and things like that. And I'm like, no, because when someone beats Levan finally, how good would it be? How awesome, right? Would it have been? Sorry, how awesome was it at King of the Table when we had Ermi stop the 188 kilo Levan? Now, if Levan dropped weight and he was capped at, say, 170 kilos, everyone would be like, oh, yeah, Ermi's got to stop because Levan was capped. Now, there were no excuses. Hermes went bang! And it was brilliant. It was awesome. So those two are another one. My next match I'm picking for the old Cyborg is a bit of revenge. When I say revenge, I'd like to see him pull Alex Kadecha. One, I just want to see Alex Kadecha pull. And two, that whole practice pull footage where I believe there was some what's the word I'm looking for? Rules beforehand. There was some rules beforehand. Yeah, I'm keen. I'm keen for that matchup. So to see, because of Alex's hit, Alex has got a good hit, a strong hit. So I want to see if Denis can hold. If Denis can hold him. So yeah, just thinking of those matchups. Will be brilliant. So I'm going to do a poll with those matchups and then I'll talk about my next one. So let's do a poll, guys. Hey, 90 people in the chat. Can we quickly hop out? I really, really appreciate it. Invest in the channel for me and just give it the old thumbs up before we get into it. Who would you like Dennis to pull next? We had Dave Chafington, Esquire Jr. the third. We had Rivas Letudze. We had add option. Let's go. We had the big Vitali Leletin. And then the last one I said was Alex Kadecha. Now, the other two the last two, those four are really good. Now, the other two I would love to see is, of course, Ernest Gasparini and Devon Larratt. Of course, the story of Devon and Dennis, they've never pulled right arm. Dennis just rolled Devon up in their left-hand match and made rings with him with the smoke. Devon is feeling incredible. That match will happen. It definitely will happen. It's just a matter of when. And whoever lands that match will have to pay a lot of money. The numbers that I heard about King of the Table, then to get the Dennis and Devon match with so much on the line. Wow. So get voting. Let me know who you would like out of it. So I would really like, I'll get to some of your comments in a moment. I would really like, those matches are going to be cool. Don't forget, very soon I'm going to announce the first one, the raffle. There's only 5 of these Aussie Arm Wrestler King of the Table limited edition cards, and I'm going to start it off with a raffle. Basically, I'll give you a head start. If you are a member of the channel, you get a free entry. And I will tell you how you can get multiple entries as well. I might do a post later on tonight, my time, in about, 11 hours or something, 10, 11 hours. But keep an eye out for it. And then I'll do it live. Probably on a Maximum Bang Monday, I'll do the live one. But I've got four cards. One, I'm just going to sell flat out. Mrs. Aussie Arm Wrestler gets the first one. The second one is going to be, so you'll get number 2 of 5, will be the raffle. 3 of 5 becomes a giveaway. 3 of 5 becomes a giveaway. 4 of 5, I'm just going to flat out sell. And then I need a really good idea for 5 of 5 because I'm not keeping 2. But this is, brilliant. They come in a special case. I'll pay for shipping. We'll go from there. So they're all my potential matchups. Of course, the one we want to see the most is Dennis versus Devon. All the other matches I feel are great potential matchups. Let's say you in the chat. David Moran, what's up, man? Big love from Scotland. Big love to you too. Not the band. I meant you, Dave. Not the band. Hey, 66 likes. Come on. You know, if you haven't liked the video, come on. Help the Aussie Arm Wrestler out. Help me out, guys. Help me out. All right. I've got to go back because I've missed heaps of chats. What else have we got? 6th round. Doesn't make a lot of sense. It should be best of 5 or 7. Seems like an unnecessary risk to continue after a decision has been made. Yeah, I mean, there's a very good reason to argue that, Mighty Mousey. Obviously, it becomes best of 7 if it's 3-all. The 6-round super match format, I believe initially didn't have a silver bullet. And it was like, some people really enjoy pulling the last 2 rounds because you can try something different. But I think maybe things will change if your match is on arm bet now. I think things will change because it's really hard because they had to, a lot of people would have lost money betting on Levan. A lot of people would have lost money. So, yeah, this opens up a whole can of worms, but we'll see how we go. And we're about to get into potential matches for Levan. What else have we got? When will Alex Kadecha be back on the table? Seems to have disappeared. He's just finding. I just got to double check something. Yeah, he's just finding his feet. It all comes down to a lot of things. But he'll be back on the table. He'll have some matches, but it's been a very long time. Morozov has put on size. Absolutely. I think he's almost at like 144 kilos. What else have we got? Cobra says, off topic, but would it not be a good idea to mix the sport with like rugby? Let the top rugby players arm wrestle or any other popular sport just to expand the sport? Yes and no. So, Cobus, we've got rugby league's very popular here in Australia. And Australian Arm Wrestling Federation President Phil Rasmussen went on the NRL footy show, and 2 rugby league players arm wrestled. And guess what happened on national TV? An arm break. So, it's hard. They need to be trained. Dennis versus Alex in June would be good. Thumbs up complete. My man. My good man. What have we got? 92 people in the chat. Thanks for hanging out with us. People are saying Richard Lupkes would be a good match. I can't wait to see him at Monster Factory. I cannot wait. What else have we got in the chat? Vitali could be very cool too. Sweet cards. I'd love to see Matt Mask make a huge comeback. Yeah, he's in a bit of a slump. No, Vitali pulled on the weekend. He was pulling tournaments, taking names, getting pins. I'm not going to comment on that one because the answer's money. You can figure out which one. Cybergun, in your opinion, Ermy's won. Gotta disagree with you there. Levan pinned him 4 times and 4 flash pins. Ermy's got to stop. Ermy's won the heart of arm wrestling, but no. Hermes didn't win. What else? Okay. Everyone's talking to each other in the chat. Did Hermes back out of the match with Jerry? He was saying at King of the Table, if his arm has pulled up sore, he's not going to pull in like 2 months. So it wouldn't surprise me. It would not surprise me. BTNT, Brian Damage, my man, says, are people mental? I don't know. I love that we're still talking about it. I love that everyone's having a fun discussion about it. I think it is great. Now, of course, as everyone is voting, so that's a bit different. So potential matchups for Levan. Obviously, there's an agreement with him and Morozov. Morozov is getting big. He's has taken a lot of time off to really just get as big as possible. Morozov, I think he last weighed in at like 144 kilos. And then if Levan drops weight, because after speaking to him, he says he's going to drop a couple of kgs. He's going to, he's going to drop a couple of kgs. Yeah, it's very, very interesting. I'll answer a couple of questions, then I want to talk about the Levan Morozov match. Let's have a look. No, it was not 4 flash spins. I didn't say 4 flash spins. He didn't win the individual. This is very confusing. So, Levan pinned Hermes 4 times. So, Levan won. You know what I mean? So, it's very interesting. But, I mean, they're awesome discussions. Mitch Hatfield, hey, Jake, what do you think about the comparison between arm wrestling and combat sports where you can win every round but not be able to continue in the last round and lose and fight? So this is our big problem with this discussion. We've got to stop comparing to other sports because, like in soccer, you could be up 3-0 and then after, I think it's like the 40th or 50th minute, then they just count what the score is, if that makes sense. So if the team can't continue for natural reasons, then, look, we're 60 minutes in, it's 3-0, So comparing it to other sports isn't fair. We have to do it to arm wrestling. If it was 3-3, if it was only 3 pins, then we're having a proper discussion because then I think Denis wins because if Levan can't come to the table, fair, winner. If he can't come again, fair, winner. And then it's 3-3. We got to go to a silver bullet. You can't come to the table, winner. I think it could have been a little bit different if it was 3-0, not 4-0. So the fact it was 4-0, they played the 6 rounds out. And it was 4-2 in the end. So, yeah, it's really interesting because we had that discussion. And according to the rule book, yeah, you just have to foul them out if they can't come to the table. But it's certainly an interesting discussion. That's for sure about not being able to come out. I'm trying to think after a certain round in boxing, or I could be wrong. Because I know in boxing, if you can't come back out, you lose, but I'm wondering if after like 8 or 9 rounds, they go to the scorecards. No, I don't think so. What else have we got? I would put money on Morozov. Yeah. He certainly got potential. So the Paulin Babayev match is now I was discussing this on my live the other day. It's different because Babayev was up 2-0. Can you come back to the table, Babayev? No. 2-1. Can you come back to the table, Babayev? No. 2-2. Can you come back? No. 3-2. Paulin, winner. It was the same thing. We just didn't have enough rounds at kicking the table. If Babayev got the 3rd round, then he wins. So, yeah. But that's, we're all talking about it. Here we go. Arm Gods. My man Marcus Thompson dropping the hammer and supporting the Aussie arm wrestler. Thank you very much. Don't forget the Alpha Room. The Alpha Room is live tomorrow. Marcus, if you want to put the website of the Alpha Room where you can hire videos from some of the very best, it's going to build. He goes, I reckon this will get you 5 pints in Norway. I'm off to Norway in like 12 days. Get the piggy bank ready. Yeah, I might sit there and say, Erling, I'm not paying for my first 3 pints. And that'll save me some money. Arm God's first Super Series. I hope you all get a chance to watch, boys, promoting up-and-coming talent to eventually get on the main draw promotions. Oh. Yeah, so Arm Gods Super Series. Go to the armgods.com website and check out the Super Series. I will set my alarm and share the link right before they go live to check it out. Check out some awesome talent over there. Check out some talent. Thank you. And I haven't even started talking about I haven't even started talking about potential matchups for Levan. I just started saying Hermes. But I love the discussion. And I think that's what makes a good match. You know, everyone's talking about round 3, and everyone's having good discussions. That's why you come to the Aussie Arm Wrestlers channel. You have good, fun discussions. That's what you do. And while you do that, you hit the like button. That's what you do. You hit the like button. Let's get up and about. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Marcus, for all of your support on and off the channel. Can't wait to get over to Canada for Arm Gods. Once I find out the date, then I can work all my other bookings around it. But I've saved like a window open, and I hope you're in. I hope you're in that window. From what I've heard, I've got a fair idea when it will be. It's very interesting. The discussions from anyone. Okay. Oh, I love the Yeah, you know I hate taking your message off, Marcus. I always feel rude because you deserve so much praise, you bloody dead set legend. And we talk all the time, and you know how much I appreciate you. David says, Bill stopping those amazing moments around 3 and 5 absolutely killed me. I can't believe he did that. I was screaming at him. Didn't even call it like he was supposed to. I need to go back and watch it all again and see if they've done it to the letter of the law. Thanks, David. Megatron is in the chat. Hello, Ozzy. Have you ever unwrestled the arcade wrestling machines before it went bust? Yes, but I was never good at it because I didn't know how to arm wrestle back then. I'd love to try it again, and it's just straight side pressure, and my side pressure sucks. Okay. Jake for King of the Table 7. I hope so. Dan Jean. I hope so. Look, Adam, Don, and Matt may or may not indicated, but they were very, very happy with my performance. They thanked me a number of times, and I can't say too much. But, okay, everyone's talking about the last 2 rounds. What else have we got? Okay, so Morozov, I think, is the biggest potential. If we talk about pure potential to even pin Levan, Morozov is the man. Morozov would have been watching that match. Amazing. Then you've also got Jerry Carteret. He would have been wagging that tongue, lickety lips. My man, Jerry Carteret, because if he can get to his flop press, sexified, isn't it? Absolutely sexified. It will be brilliant, that matchup. I will be up and about. Sorry, just checking potential things. Oh, that's cool. Michael Todd messaged me. Oh, man. Yeah, I think it'll be brilliant the way that will go. If he can get there. So, there's all these potentials, but the question is, can these people withstand Levan's power? Because it's all good. Jerry's flop press is amazing. But can he get there? Can he get that shoulder behind it? Because when Jerry gets that shoulder behind, we are on. We are on. And the excitement for that is coming out, because if Jerry can get there, it'll just go bang, and it'll be amazing. So all of these potentials, and then to see Levan in a hook, because we know Morozov doesn't mind taking a couple of rounds losses. We've seen him all the time against Dada Khan, against Dave Chafee. Drops a couple of rounds and then comes back. It is so I think Morozov, out of everyone on my list, Morozov and Jerry are probably the 2 best. If we want some warm-up matches, I would love to see where Alex Kadetcha sits. I would love to see if he has anything for Levan. I know I've put him in my Dennis list, but I'm also putting him in my Levan list, because I would love to see if Levan and Alex can go at it to see if Alex has got anything. Now, pure side pressure muscle will be the most difficult for him. But I just want to see if Alex can bust that hand back. So I think that could be potential. I'd probably still be picking Mr. Saginashvili, who we share a special bond. I have his fingerprints tattooed on my skull. We had so much fun about that over the couple of days, and Levan really enjoyed. We enjoyed hanging out with each other. We had a lot of fun. Now the stepping stone, I want to see if Alex's top roll can bust that hand back. One potential I want to see as like a stepping stone, because everyone says Levan said the winner if Jerry beats Hermes, then Levan will take on Jerry. Now we know Jerry's got the flop press. Now I want to see where Rivaz Latudze's flop press is. Is it anything? We saw him have that mega match with Monster Michael Todd. Is it strong enough to push Levan? I don't think it's there yet, but I would definitely love to see it. I would love to see Rivaz get there, and if there's a little bit of a nudge, and then we want the Jerry Cataract. And of course, my biggest matchup that I want to see. Can anyone guess? What do you think in the comments? What do you think my number one, and it's not Morozov, and it's not Jerry. Who do you think my number one potential matchup for these two who I want Levan to pull next? As I look at the poll, 108 votes, 61% would like Dennis to pull Dave Chaffington Esquire Jr. the third next. Of course, we want to see Dennis versus Devon, but we're just going off that list. So I'll see if anyone can guess. What else have we got? Yeah, I know it's Dennis versus Devon. No, it's not Zayor Paisalayev, although we'd like that much, but he is injured, so we don't know when he's going to come back. We do reach out. I reached out to Zayor and wished him all the best. I hope he's going good. Wonder when Levan versus Devon take two. That'll be a while because Devon just put in everything into that matchup, and it really, I would imagine, just really hurt. Really hurt him. Hey, if there's any Australians in the chat, I'm doing an order on Aussie Arm Wrestler t-shirt. So let me know if you want one if you are from Australia, because that'll save you on some shipping. And then if there's any left over, because I'm working out a deal in America and hopefully a deal with Marcus and Arm Gods there. I want to save shipping for everyone. So these shirts will slowly be coming out all over the world. It's just, my Aussie Arm Wrestler shirt. Stizzy has a guess, and he says Gennady. No. I don't think you guys will like my answer. Dennis, no, I don't want that to be the next match, but I want that to be the final match. No, I got to disagree with you, King Hoddle. He was like ready to faint, ready to go nuts. Yeah, like he gave every single ounce of energy, which is what you want from your athletes. You don't want your athletes giving up and going, oh, I better save myself for the next round. He went nuts. So yeah. So I don't think so. Levan, you got to understand, Levan gave up his 6-0s because he couldn't come back to the table. So you got to think about that. Mr. Percolay, the Dead Set Legend, is gifted 20 memberships, which will get you 20 entries into the draw to win a card. Thank you very much, Mr. Percolay. 80, my man from Australia. He's from Adelaide. Thank you very much. You've made 20 people very, very happy. And if one of those win the card, you better bloody be thanking Mr. Percolay. What have we got? Okay. So if you landed one of Mr. Percolay's memberships, make sure you see it, Benji. No, it's not Schoolboy. No, it's not Gennady. Jason Fountain, what up? What's happening, my man? Match up for Levan, you mean? Yes. Yes, my number one, who I think, no, it's not Vitali. You guys aren't going to like it. It is. Yes, I want a shirt. All right, let's talk, Dominic. Let's talk. I want the rematch. There were so many what ifs. Here we go. This, that, and the other. I want the bloody rematch. I think the rematch is something else. That's for sure. Give me the rematch. It'll be so good. So Mr. Percolay is in the chat. My man. He's a superstar, Mr. Percolay. So give me the rematch. Thank you very much for it. Oh, my mum's here. Hang on, Mum. Do you want to come on my live show and say hi to everyone? Does everyone want to see Mrs. Aussie Arm Wrestler's mum?
No, Mr. Aussie.
No, my mum. What I said, because I was looking at you, Jess. No, this is my mum. So you look at the camera. This is my mum.
Hi.
So we've got 100 people watching. Can lean over a bit. Because I got to go in a minute, guys. My mum's come to see her granddaughter. Now lean this way towards me.
Oh.
Hey!
There we are.
That's actually a nice photo. I might screenshot
Yeah,
that.
you should do.
So look in the camera, Mum, and smile.
Where's the camera?
There.
Hi.
There we go. So I can screenshot that and that can be a
Beautiful.
photo. So that's my mum, everyone. So I'll go for about another 5 minutes, guys, because Mum's come early.
Sorry.
But that's okay. That's my mum, everyone. So you can thank her for the Aussie Arm Wrestler. Your merch cannot be more expensive than mine. No, mine's $30 Australian plus shipping. Boom, gifted memberships. Yeah, it is awesome. So hopefully you're one of those ones that got a membership. What else have we got? Yeah, I want the rematch. Everyone's given Mr. Percolay the props. Everyone's just, hopefully there's 20 new people in the chat. So hopefully everyone gets a membership and you're automatically selected. We don't pick them. I wish we could. I really wish we could. Yeah. Arif Adam's a good choice. A good choice, my man. I think that's a good choice. But I want the rematch. I want the rematch. I want the rematch. Do I have to wait 1 year? No, Levan will be pulling later on this year. He'll be pulling on later on this year. Oh, yeah, give him 6 months. Give him 6 months for the rematch. There you go. Hi. No, sorry, Spoons, it's my mum. Just so everyone knows, you have to turn on accept gifts in your settings. So there you go. If you're on a membership, quickly go to your settings. Thank you, Stizzy, for the public service announcement. Yeah, but I know that's set, but Hermes might be pulling out because his arm might be too sore. So you just never know. And everyone's saying hi. Hello. Legend. That is my mummy. Hello. Oh, damn, I should have got her to say ready bang. No, my mum's my hero, and that's her name tattooed on my arm. So that's my mum's name. She's my hero. So, yeah, as you can see. Hello. Thank you, everyone, for being so nice. She is a dead set legend of a mum. Hi, Mr. Jake's mum. Howdy, mum. Hi, mum. Wait, you got a membership? Yes, Mr. Percolay bought 20 memberships, and hopefully before I end the stream, all 20 will be distributed. It says 6 so far. So hopefully, supposed to do a poll. That's all right. I've got to wrap up the show in about 5 or so minutes. If anyone's got any final questions, thank you very much, Marcus Thompson, for your super chat. And, of course, don't forget tomorrow, the Alpha Room is coming out. And don't forget the Arm God Super Series in Wales. The potential is going to be brilliant. Is going to be so good. 107 people in the chat. Can we get to 100 likes? We got 4 to go. 4 likes to go. Can you be one of those people that haven't liked it? Can we get to 100 likes? I even got my mum on the show. Come on now. Let's get to 100 likes, guys. All you got to do is quickly help me out. Hit the like button, and we are back in. I'll be going for just about 5 more minutes. Not a single mum joke here. Well done. Yeah, everyone's respectful on this channel because we're just here for a good time. Jared TG says, does she know her son is the owner of the most valuable trophy in the world? Yes, she does. Next showstopper, in my opinion, is a Rackley. Interesting. Benji at the death saves his battery. Yes, that was really good. He said he was too heavy, felt uncomfortable. What else have we got? Can Dennis and Hermes happen next year? Quite possibly. It's a match I want to see. See you, Keithy. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Thanks, Thomas. Your mother looks beautiful. And you're saying that with respect. I know you didn't even have to say that bit at the end, Thomas. You've always said very nice things. Yes, my mum is a treasure. She is a treasure. What up? Says Shane Elliott. Comes in right before I end the show. Ready Bang, says Kaza. STB says thanks for the membership. Hello, says Grim Hunter. What else have we got? Sup dog, says Ready Bang. See you later, Mr. Percolay. Thank you very much, you dead set legend. Thank you for gifting the 20 memberships. So hopefully people will jump on. Great show as usual. Sean says, have you any clue about the next matches for Dennis and Hermes? Yes, I do, but I'm not allowed to say because, you know, the companies want to announce them themselves. But yes, I know, I think the next 2 each. What else I got? Ready Bang, brother. Got a membership from Beer Man yesterday. I feel beer special. That's awesome. That is awesome. Love Beer Man. I didn't with Beer Man's one. I haven't seen that 6-hour bonanza for Uncle John's birthday. And Beer Man's birthday, of course. Good evening, everyone. Beautiful. Got over 100 likes. Larry Wheels will compete. He's been competing in tournaments and having little matches over there. He's building himself up and he's looking incredible. Incredible. Guys, I'm going to put some pulling. What have I got? Some pulling footage from Dubai. Coach Ray filmed some. So I'm going to have that on my channel. If you can go back and watch my 5 things you didn't know about King of the Table. What else is happening on the channel? Arm God Super Series. It won't be on my channel, but I will do something to help promote that. What else is happening? And then, yeah, lives. Oh, yeah. Those in Australia, I'm going to do an Instagram post and tag all the clubs in there. RVJ is pulling Zurab Tavaritzi at East versus West. We are on. And then, of course, you can win this card in a raffle. Those that have memberships already have 1 entry, and I'll do a post how you can enter multiple entries if you want. And it's going to be awesome. And Mr. Percolay just got some people 1 free entry. But then there'll be, if you don't win that, if you don't win the raffle, if you're in the raffle and you don't win or you can't afford the $3 US, that is okay. Do not worry, because there will be a potential to win one. Uncle John and I have got to decide what we're going to do as a giveaway. But, yeah, you have to be a member up to a certain time. So you can have – so far you've got a 1 in 360 chance. so far. And then if people buy memberships or buy entries, then it builds up there. And it's going to be done on a randomizer. I'll explain it all. It will go from there. Hey, guys, I'm out of here. Thank you all so much. So much. I think Derek Smith will be live a little bit later. So please tell him that the Aussie Arm Wrestler sent you. Keep out. If I can get a guest, I'll be live tomorrow. I've reached out to a few people, but it is short notice. But we'll get in there. Please thank Marcus Thompson for the giant super chat. Please thank Mr. Percolate for the 20 gifted messages. Please thank yourself for supporting the Aussie Arm Wrestler and screaming his name to get him on King of the Table. That is back-to-back King of the Tables. And I hopefully think what you guys already knew, that the Aussie Arm Wrestler is the real deal. And if you can, for the rest of the day and tomorrow, go out and make someone feel special with a lovely message, with a phone call, and just check in how you're going. And then if you can, do something for yourself because you're as special as just as anyone else on this planet. I'm the Aussie Arm Wrestler. I am out of here. I love each and every one of you. And thank you so much for supporting the Aussie Arm Wrestler. Go check out my videos. Watch them all. And I'll see you soon.